So in terms of our simulation, we want to run it so that it loops once for every frame, and in that loop, it gives us randomized versions that we can then feed into our computer vision model. For someone who isn't a programmer, though, we can make it easier on ourselves by creating properties that are then really easily changed inside our ZPy script. This means that every loop, the parameter that we want will be a different value. We can even link values together using drivers. So say we want to vary the density of our computers for every frame. We can select our geometry node computer, and then looking at our point distribute, we can say that the density is what controls, well, the density. So we can select the box, go to the item tab, the object properties, go to custom properties, and then click add. And this gives us a custom property that we can then go into edit, give it a name. We're going to call it density, and we're going to leave all other values at default, though feel free to go nuts on this. So if we hit OK, we can then see we have a little slider that we can control a value, right? So all we have to do is right click on this, copy as new driver, go to our density, paste driver. So you can see this turned purple, and that's Blender's way of letting us know that it's controlled by a driver. So now if we go over to our density property and we lower it, we can see that is it affecting our density max inside of our point distribute. So this is kind of an awesome way of, if you're working with other people, you can kind of create all these custom properties and say, okay, density is what you want to work with. Maybe you want to work with distance, maybe you want to work with the seed, but it's a really easy way of taking the things that are important to your simulation and putting them all in one place so you can sort of play with them or have other people use them without getting confused. So that's awesome. We've got that all working. But the question is now, how can we get a handle to this and put it in our script? But now the question is, how do we take this value over here and put it into our script? Well, that's really easy. All we have to do is go to Edit, Preferences, and then we can go to Interface and hit our Python tooltips over here. Once we've done that, we exit, and if we mouse over our density, so you can see it's giving us a little tag that says bpy.data.objects, gives us our object name, plane.001, and then the name of our custom property. And all we have to do is type that into our script, have it equal frame, have it equal a variable of your choosing. So that's a really easy way of getting a handle to a specific property without having to go, bpy.data.nodegroups and really knowing the Blender API. You can simply copy it into your custom properties and then reference it there really easily.